In recent years, Canada has been a beacon of hope for many that are seeking for better life and new opportunity. With its welcoming stance on the immigration and thriving economy, it has become a very popular destination for visitors who often dream of staying longer and finding work. But now, the doors for that dream is closing. This is TimesXP and I'm Dhriti Atri. So, in the early days of COVID-19 pandemic, if you remember, then Canada faced a unique challenge. Thousands of visitors who had come to the country for various reasons found themselves unable to return their home, and that was due to the global border closure. To help these standard visitors, the Canadian government introduced a special policy in August 2020. This policy allowed visitors in Canada to apply for a work permit without having to leave the country. Now, it was a lifeline to many, especially those who had previously held a work permit and had temporarily shifted to a visitor's status. Now, these individuals were given a chance to work legally in Canada while waiting for their work permits application to be processed. Now, originally, this policy was set to remain in place until February 28, 2025. However, as of August 28, 2024, Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada (IRCC) has decided to end the policy earlier than it was expected. Now, what is the reason? Now, the IRCC says that it's all part of broader effort to recalibrate the number of temporary residents in Canada and to ensure the integrity of the immigration system. The department also revealed that the decision to roll back the policy was influenced by the report of bad actors that are taking advantage of this particular system. Now, some individuals were misleading foreign nationals into working in Canada, and that too without any proper authorization. They were exploiting the new policy that was meant to help those who were in need. The IRCC is determined to combat immigration fraud and reduce the level of temporary residence in the country. Now, this crackdown on immigration frauds isn't new. Just last year, if you remember, a shocking case has emerged involving 700 international Indian students who had entered Canada with fake letter of acceptance from the designated learning institution. Many of these students had no idea that their documents were not genuine. Then, in response, the IRCC implemented stricter measure involving a requirement of DLIs to verify all letter of acceptance within 10 days of receiving an international student application. Additionally, Canada has now placed a cap on the number of international students that it will accept in next 2 years. This decision to end the work permit policy is just one of the several significant changes that aim to reducing the number of temporary foreign workers in Canada. On August 26th, the government announced that it would pause the processing of new labor market impact assessment application, that is for the low-wage stream of the Temporary Foreign Worker Program (TFWP). And this is going to happen by September 26, 2024. This pause specially targets applicants in the area with an unemployment rate of 6% or higher. Furthermore, the IRCC introduced the new restrictions, and that too on the number of foreign workers that employers can hire under TFWP, that limit to the 10% of their total workforce. They also reduced the maximum term of employment for workers in the low-wage stream for 2 years to 1. Now, these changes mark a departure from the pandemic-era policy that had temporarily allowed the workers to hire up 30% of their workforce through the low-wage stream and extended validity period of an LMIA to 12 months. Now, these recent announcements are part of a larger trend in Canada's approach to immigration. Now, throughout the year, the government has to make it very clear that managing and reducing temporary resident level is priority. In fact, in a press conference last May, Employment Minister and Immigration Minister Mark Miller revealed the plan to include temporary resident level in Canada's annual immigration level plan. That's a historic first move. Minister Miller also hinted at potential changes to permanent residence level in the coming years, signaling that Canada's immigration landscape could see even more shift in the future. Well, for more such information, do follow TimesXP.